I think the problem with education is the household. Yeah, we've heard this before. We said it sounds like a cliche at this point, but that's the reality. Because I don't know how you were when you were growing up, but when you think back and look back, right? Your parents may have said you better get some good grades, but that's pretty much it. Not one time can I remember my parents asking me about homework, having me sit down to do my homework, or even sitting down with me to do my homework to get any understanding on anything that was going on in the school, let alone uh, allow me to participate in events, showing up for events, showing up for anything. And one of the major things that comes out of that they do is also there was no real attention in the house. As long as you was outside, as long as you weren't in my way, we're fine. And that's not raising children. Now, granted, as an adult, I understand that we go through so many things that we feel like a kid is just another thing that adds to the problems that we have. But as an adult, I also understand those kids did not choose to be here. We chose to lay down and have fun to do what we do to get these children. Uh, I was doing a job and I had a 19-year-old helper with me, and he was just asking me the questions about like growing up and becoming an adult and things like that. And one question that stood out to me, he asked me, "Okay, so you're a father, right? When did you know that you was ready to be a father, and how did you prepare yourself to be a father?" And my answer was, now I could speak for only me, and due to the fact that me and my lady we discussed having children before we decided to have the children, it was an agreement and it was out of love that we decided to make our children. So from that perspective alone, mentally I was ready. Mentally she was ready because it was a decision made, and it wasn't a, oh damn she pregnant because we were just doing what we doing. So that's a start from the inception of my children, right? So that's a different story from what we used to already. And so I just told him uh, the preparation came from when I realized the character of the woman I was with and where I was trying to develop into where I was trying to go. And I think it's a different thing when you decide to have the children and you want the children. It's not just you feel like you stuck with the children. So we bring it back to the issues that we talking about. It starts in the house with you being intentional with the child. And I know I say this a lot, but you must be intentional with your child. And back then, a lot of people had the TV raising them. Outside was raising them. Their friends was raising them. When the parents were just simply sitting around doing nothing. I mean, like I say, the main reason why I stopped smoking this time and I put the weed down was because I had to realize that I want my children to know me sober in my full capacity of being sober. Not just when I can't get it or if I'm trying to find a job or something like that. And then I had to think deeper and reflect on I have never met my parents sober. And that what really struck me to the core. Even to this day, I've never met them sober. And when I say sober, again, I'm going to say this. It's different when you're sober and you're consciously not doing these things. And you're working through the withdrawals and things like that. As opposed to when somebody is in a position to where their health is being affected and then they can't do it due to them might be inducing themselves to some crazy illness or something like that. That's a difference. And we already know with people who's doing any type of substance abuse or poison abuse that they are highly irritated when they can't get to that thing that helps them escape reality. And what we need to start doing as adults now is start dealing with the reality and dealing with our children on a whole nother level. Um, the conversation is going around about black boys not going to college, and it's not just that. It's that from inception of being in the house, we are not telling the children that school has to be attached with purpose. Instead of just saying go get good grades because that's your babysitter, basically. That's what it is. We started looking at it like we need to provide them with purpose and understanding on why. Like I had me and my buddy had an argument about, before this administration came in and started writing in the laws and stuff and attacking the Department of Education. We had a discourse because we had a disagreement because his stance was, bro, you should be caring more about this because you have a child, you're a parent, and they trying to stop your child from doing such and such, such and such. And my stance was, bro, I don't care about what they doing because I know what I'm doing in the house. I think I should be the plan B for my child. I'm not worried about what they saying my child can't do. If I provide my child with some type of mindset first and be the example for her to see that she can do anything in the world, and also provide her with skill sets that she won't even have to tap into their systems for the most part. If that be her foundation and she have a plan B from the things that I'm teaching her and the skills that I'm going to be putting inside her that she's going to innately have as she get older and grow with, she'll be able to pursue whatever she want to pursue more comfortable because she have a pillow to fall back on. And it will be due to her parents, not because I'm going to have my pocketbook open anytime, which I probably will for her, but it's because she's going to know how to fall on herself and the comfort of having skills that can pay her bills on the side of it. I'm not talking about like just a regular side hustle, but these things is going to be needed within society in the coming future. So I think we need to be more intentional in the household with the children. We need to sit down with this homework. We need to break it down. We need to do things to keep our minds sharp. We need to be able to develop new ways of thinking and develop new skills. We need to become more autodidactic with our approach to life because learning never stops. And I talk to my daughter all the time about, because she used to have this concept, and she probably still do because I know the complexity and the understanding of this. She don't probably understand it to its core, that I tell her daddy's in school every day because daddy learns something new every day. Daddy's actively learning something new every day. And I have real dialogue with my child. She thinks that inside the school setting, inside the building is where school is taking place only. And I'm reinforcing the thought that school is every day outside of school. That's why when you're at home, mama and daddy is teaching you things. That's why mommy and daddy is talking to you. That's why mommy and daddy have you read this, read that. We got lessons and stuff going on all the time in our house, and we ain't afraid to talk to our child and give our child intentional attention. You know what I'm saying? Intentional attention is going to take them further than you're going to ever think. And shoving that tablet, I'm going to say it again, in that child's face while you shove that phone in your face, doing whatever you doing, getting all the hits of dopamine you doing, or you over there drinking your drink or smoking your smoke to try to have you escape the reality that's in your face, which is your child. Yes, that's your child, and they are knowing, I understand that. But this is a creature that you created. So you must be there intentional with this creature. So yeah, I think it starts at the household, man. It's no other way around it. Yes, it's a system in place, I get it. But we have to be more intentional with our children, even if we are tired. No matter how tired you are, you must make time for your kids, man. And you got to put things in their mind to show them other things. And we must keep them away from the distractions as long as we can and as much as we can. I don't think no child at the age of 10, 11 should have a cell phone with access to the internet. Of course, they should have a cell phone for safety purposes so you can contact them. They can let you know what they're doing, where they at, and so you can track them on their location and things like that. But to be able to have access to this vast information and you're not pinpointing showing them things they need to be learning, or they or just group them with the things that we into or things we available to see. I don't think that's how it's supposed to be. But that's just me and my thinking. But remember, be intentional with your child, and the problems do start at home with the habits. It's them throw weeds and y'all be y'all.